And we're back with the last fight in the first stage of the World Cup. So we have my High House versus my opponent's Empire. We have a front line of Spearman, some Archer support, double Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, some Illyrian Reavers on both sides, some Illyrian Reaver Cav, and in the background we have the Fireborn. I'm really just bringing the Fireborn to because they're awesome. And we have a little cripple on his horse, so of course Techless. And for my opponent, front line of swordsmen, it's just standard state troops with a buffering line of great swords, double mortars to kill down my archers, Grey Wizard of, a mage of shadows. And all he got is Enfeebling Foe and Pendulum. And we have Boris Todbringer, the Toddy, and a Steam Cannon. And on the left side we have 3 units of Outriders. And we're just gonna have some light skirmish play. We're blasting him with the Illyrian Reavers, charging with Techless, while still having some Illyrian Reaver support. And what we're doing here is just like throwing down a net, breaking these units as quick as possible, while still getting peppered. Oh, and we also have some London Sea Guards on the flanks. And we're just really trying to break these guys off, because as soon as we win the skirmish engagement and have broken down all his mobility, oh, we actually have another unit, 1 unit of grenade launchers. So we just insta shatter these guys, and now we're just doing a little bit of chasing, and the Eagle Bolt Throwers will just be like peppering the steam tank this entire game. Oh, and these guys are getting wrecked on the approach. But we just will see if we can get the charge on the Outriders. But as soon as Toddy comes in, we're going to run past our own lines. Ooh, and Techless is getting a little bit too cheeky. So we just charge him in through the opponent's lines, getting these guys up and around, just being a nuisance. So we're really just trying to take the focus away from all of my cav units. So we take these guys back through the spear lines, up and around. Techless has pretty high damage resistance, and we also have the healing things, the healing potion things, and the sword Techless. So we have lots of mana and actually a lot of health. So we're just running back through the spear lines while we are blasting all of his great swords, while we run the Illyrian Reavers up the back. And we just have this spread out formation of spearmen, waiting for him to engage. Take the Illyrian Reavers, run him up and around with a little bit of support from the other guys, who are also just kiting, trying to get this full surround. And we charge in with the Illyrian Reavers, trying to break down this unit of Outriders, trying to get a pincer move here. So we're actually just going to charge these into melee combat while these guys run up and around. See if we can get a nice catch while we're still just blasting the steam cannon. And he attacked with 1 unit of swordsmen, charge in with the Northern Spear Guard while getting these spearmen into position, run back with the archers, and he's just been blasting with my Fireborn, which I kind of forgot about. And he charges in with Boris Todbringer. These guys get terrified. So I take these Illyrian Reavers, charge this Motor, while these guys are chasing off these guys. Still, I'm just having another unit here to screen out a potential kiting play. And my archers here are just peppering down the swordsmen. Here I break this unit I shatter this mortar unit. And these guys are not having a good time, but it's okay. We got the full surround, we're blasting from all sides. These Illyrian Reavers break off the grenade launchers, while we're still just blasting the steam cannon from afar. Oh, and look at this. Just wrecks my spearmen. So I charge in with my Fireburn, trying to get a terror out. Do they actually cross her? No. Me and my goddamn words. But at least we break 1 unit of spearmen while peppering into the other one, and we leave them in sustained combat, and they'll be fine, I guess. Just basic swordmen. These Liberian Reavers have broken up the mortar unit, so we like screen out the Outriders and like try to capture them in this corner, and we actually get them. There's another unit of Illyrian Reavers break the other mortar, and we've freed up this entire side here. Like we've won the entire frontline engagement. So now we've won the skirmish phase, and we have won, like, we have the mobility advantage. So we break down these little last unit of Outriders. Get these guys up here. We don't really need them to chase things off, because the spearmen here will chase these guys off while still getting peppered by arrows. And we charge in with one unit of spearmen. Like, we just leave them here actually just to die, so we can like blast with arrows from all sides. I see he's charging, like he's pulling his great swords out of combat, trying to attack one of my units over here. So I just screen up with one unit of spearmen, pull down a net, while I'm charging the other great swords with my Illyrian Reavers, while still just blasting the. Ooh. Let's see how much damage this does. Ooh, but the angle was a little bit off, so it doesn't do that much damage. And my Illyrian Reavers here break the other mortars, and we're just like blasting these swordsmen from all sides. I run Tickless in and around to get a little catch on the Grey Wizard, while my Illyrian Reavers get super scared about the big angry Boris. And here one of his swordmen routed, so we're gonna screen out with the unit of spearmen. And here we're just like blasting down these great swords. These guys are just chasing them. Like, I disengage combat here, charging with the Lee Reavers. See if I can get them shattered. And my Illyrian Reavers over here are just like, they're just trying to hold these guys up so they can't support his other elements. And I just have my Firebomb here in reserve, stay with all of these spearmen, just not engaging with everything at the same time, because terror rounds is a thing. And I change target with my Eagle Claw bolt throwers for the Grey Wizard. Not really. It doesn't really matter by this point. I don't really have any other good targets, and I'm almost out of ammunition. So I charge in with my Illyrian Reavers, get a recharge on the Great Swords. I take Tickless out of combat, still just blasting in this engagement. And I'm really just screening out with everything else, because if they break this formation, I could like trickle down units of spearmen one at a time while I'm recharging with my Illyrian Reavers and my Fireball. And I heal up Tickless with the health potion, charge in with the Fireball, and I'm almost out of ammo. But by this point, I think I'll be okay. These Illyrian Reaver archers here chasing up the Grey Wizard. These guys chased up the swordsman. So now I'm making like a little circle around him, just blasting from all sides. I pull in my Lothern Sea Guard into melee combat. The Illyrian Reavers are not having a good time. They're just slowly dying while I'm still blasting with the last shot from the Eagle Claw bolt thrower. I take the Fireborn, pull them out up here on this field to look cool. And Tickless just doesn't want to look, just all covered in blood, standing on the hill. But damn, look at these guys. They're just, so beautiful. They look so goddamn badass. Oh, and we're in for one final charge. And these guys get stuck in the archers. We put down a net just because it will proc the lowering of the fire resistance from Tickless. And I think Boris is regenerating, so he will have a weakness to fire. 600 on the Fireball, a little bit on the Spearman, nothing on Tickless. The Illyrian Reavers like paid for themselves twice, and the same with this unit over here. The steam tank got a lot of value of just blasting my Fireball that I forgot in the back line. And the Grey Wizard did okay. He did like 1,000. These guys did nothing, just the net counter charge combo. It's really nice. The greatsword's got some value. And we will be back with the next match in just a hot second. So please enjoy. World versus his green teams. And I got so high on the first win that I, in my dumbassness, forgot to bring caster. So I brought the Sisters of Twilight, Sister of Thorn, just to get that physical resistance and that Shield of Thorns buff that they have, just to be able to charge into the gobbles. But or else we have a tree man. We have 3 units of internal launch with shields, some blade riders in the back, starfire shafts for that fire damage. He brings a lot of stone drills because they have the weakness to fire, and of course we have the Lost Sylvan Knights. And for my opponent, a massive Goblin Spider Rider, Nasty Skulkers, Night Goblin Squid Hoppers, Mangus Marauders, Broken Tusk Mob, Grom the Punch, Night Goblin Shaman, Nasty Skulkers, and a massive full Vanguard over here, Nasty Skulkers, more Spider Riders, Wolf Riders, Moon Howlers, everything you could imagine. And here I keep just throwing down the buffs from the Sisters of Thorn to get my physical resistance up, so I can like take this outnumbered fight right here. And he's just like this entire match, just blasting the Sisters of Twilight with vindictive glare from the Night Goblin Shaman. It also does a little bit of overcasting damage, miscast, yeah. And I just charge in to get see if I can route up on some of these guys. And over here we've got a little bit of the defensive position. These guys are really just here to tank the damage from the Spider Riders while we blast them with the fire magic damage. And the first unit routes. And here I'm chasing all these guys with the Sisters of Thorn. And we get into a little bit of a blob fight here. But I'm not really too scared because there's no magic damage, so my Lost Sylvan Knights will like take that sustained damage. I'm a little nervous about the Sisters of Twilight, but that scatter shot there is just too good. So like charging with my Sylvan Knights again to see if I can like take the Sisters out through my own ranks and get her up in the air, while these guys are just they charge into the Broken Tusk mobs, and we throw down the Curse of Altenar to slow them down and actually make sure we don't take any unnecessary damage. And he post bank information over here. The smart move would be, as soon as like he tied up my Sylvan Knights and then my Sister of Thorn and the Sisters of Twilight over here, would be to just get a full surround here. There was a little bit of room where some of the Nasty Skulkers or the Moon House could be able to get into my archer line. But the whole point of this is just have it as a defensive position. Oh, and I overextend with my archers a little bit, trying to get that nice juicy backline kill. And I actually have one unit of Hackbane tips just to get that poison damage. It was more if he has some Spider Rider or something that was trying to run away, you can poison them and slow them down a little bit. Same with the Curse of Alethinar. So I was actually able to catch him with my Lost Sylvan Knights. And I realized that I've overextended with my archers, so I pull him back through my spear line. Ooh, and he gets a nice catch on my archers. Also, these guys are just running through my formation. But the whole point here is just Sisters of Thorn, the last Sylvan Knights, to take the mobility. I hope the Eternal Guard will like screen off all of his melee units and cav and stuff, so I can get some damage on with the archers, and just hope he doesn't have enough stuff to kill the 3-man in the end. And we charge him with the lay riders into his Forest Goblin Riders with the Silver Scarebrand. Ooh, but the Sisters of Twilight are danger close, and I'm pretty sure we got that. No, it's just poison. And we throw down a little bit of healing, because that's one of the bound abilities from the Sister of Thorn. Screen out with the Spear Riders. Hey, we just charge in with the Tree Man against the Lost, that was versus the Nasty Skulkers. And he's just kind of forgotten about these two units here, is that he remembers, but they're still just getting blasted, and we get that extra accuracy from trying in the woods. We break this entire formation here with the loss of the knights and the clay riders, while we're still just screening out a little bit if he wanted to do some cheeky play. And up here in the background, we just broke the Broken Tusk Mob with the Sister of the Thorn. And here we just... the Sister of Twilight is not having a good time. And he's just been over... miscast again. And we just really miss it. We just get a little bit of air, and he misses with that Vindictive Glare. So he actually did more damage to himself than he did to me, which I was totally happy about. We've got a little block core here of cav units. These guys are just shooting into the spider archers. The moon haulers came back, trying to get a recharge on my archer core here. So we break these guys, and if I'm not wrong, we turn around and start firing at the moon haulers. Maybe not. Ooh, and we proc the healing ability from the system. It's called Conjuring Destiny. And I was so happy about that, because that would have been my demise if I lost my Lord. And now I still have some ammo on the Sisters of Thorns, so I'm just kiting around the punch, trying to chase off the free units. But Vindictive Glare versus lightly armored flying units is just, it's a terror in the night. And some Night Goblin Twig Hoppers came back, but now I'm not really trying to run away with my archers that much. I'll just pull in my Eternal Guards and the Tree Man, just to break this formation over here, because I've already won the cav engagement. So instead of engaging with her again, I'm just like, I'm just gonna chase these Spider Riders off with her, and let my Sylvan Knights and my other cav units clean up shop here. And the Moon Haulers are broken. I charge in with my archers and everything into the Goblin Spider Riders. And these nasty skulkers are just getting run over by angry Wood Elf stacks of all different kinds. And by now we have the Night Goblin Shaman, we have Ron the Punch, who's just... yeah, I didn't really want to find him, so I'm just running away from him the entire game. These... oh, and one Stag Knight gets blasted. And just died in a flame. And I throw down... oh, he throws down Gold Cool Fix It. I thought it was actually weapon for myself, but I was wrong. So we break down this unit of Goblin Spider Riders. Some of my Sisters of Thorn have rallied. And I have no interest in fighting Rum right now, so I'm just making sure that I chase everything off. And this is just gonna be a little bit of chasing, so we're gonna speed this up a little bit, because I'm gonna make my battle lines, reposition everything, fly overhead, because I still have ammunition on my archers, so why take a bad engagement? So we charge in with the Sisters into the Night Goblin Shaman, and we just start blasting while chasing things off with our Cav Core. Let's see. The 1000 damage value on the Night Goblin Shaman, 1600 on Grom, just charging through stuff. But down here he didn't really... well, 900, 200, not that much on the Spider Riders here. My Tree Man got like 80 damage value, but he was really just there to be a terror console unit, and he was really just there for the end game, hoping that the ball fight that he would actually get some sustainability. 1900 on Sisters on Thorn, 1300 on the other ones, 179 kills on the Loss of the Knights, 2287 damage value acute. That's awesome. 500 for these guys for just chasing stuff. Sisters Twilight were also just tanking damage and doing a little bit out. And we will be back with the next match in just a hot second. The last match I had in stage 1. So, see ya! Oh, and I was wrong. This was actually the last match. I just want to thank everybody for watching these videos. And I'm really not that good at Total War. I just started playing. Not that good. I've been playing for about 2,000 hours. But I only started doing multiplayer like right before the World Cup started. So it's been really fun, and I actually go down to stage 2, which I will be start posting videos of in next week. So please like and subscribe, comment anything, tell me I'm an asshole, I'm really bad at pronouncing words or throwing down coherent sentences, but have a nice day.